Always some shh. Always some shh. Always some shh.
Welcome to the Alwayssomeshh podcast, your number one urban podcast hosted by Chicago's very own Kid Dre. Get ready for real talk, hot topics, and the freshest insights from the Windy City and beyond. Stay tuned, because we're about to drop some knowledge and keep it real. This is Alwayssomeshh podcast with Kid Dre.
Alwayssomeshh, your urban American podcast. I am your humble, handsome man. A long list of things, but I ain't here to brag of a host. Man, and today, man, I got a dude cast, man. Some of my favorite people from different areas, walks of life, man. I got my co-host Patah Jamal, my new co-host AG. Man, salute to them brothers, man. Great brothers. They very punctual, y'all. I have to say, as a man that takes accountability, I was late for various reasons. And my people was right here when I logged in, ready to go on the podcast, man. Salute to them brothers, man, for holding me down. Always some Urban American podcast. Then off the camera, on the phone, y'all will hear them. But you won't see them. I have my big brother Spud, and this other nigga, you call my big brother Kurt too, man.
We don't do Kurt. What's wrong with you, man?
Look, I got Kurt my big brother, man. He's my big brother, man. We fight like brother. I mean, I ain't want to tell people y'all older than me. Y'all ain't barely older than me, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah. Because they don't phone. We couldn't get them in the chat. They gotta do emails and whatnot. So we just they're gonna hit them, but they're not gonna see them. So always some your urban American podcast, man. So much to talk about. I don't know where to start at, man. Any suggestions? We can go down the list. We got the NBA. We got no limit cash money. We got black men being dehumanized. We got motherfuckers protesting for SNAP. Where y'all want to start it, man? Throw somebody suggestions out there.
Okay, SNAP. I'm gonna give him things like that.
Anything but sports. But I'm gonna be unpopular today.
But the sports thing, the NBA is not about the actual NBA.
Oh, you talking about that betting?
The gambling thing, yeah, our betting situation.
I can call me like this.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well start there.
Hold on. Yeah, which one y'all want to start at, man? The NBA.
I like the gambling thing.
Let me know y'all get on the snap. I'm gonna talk.
So let me ask y'all a question before we get into the conversation. Y'all can hit them? You can hit them?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Y'all can hit them too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just making sure. All right, so where we gonna start? The gambling situation. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we got Hall of Fame NBA coach Chauncey Billups, NBA player Terry Rozier, and supposedly 30 other people, along as the La Cosa Nostra, the Genoveses, the Bananos, the Gambinos, all going down for illegal sports betting.
What do you guys thoughts when you first hear that and see what picture is painted behind that narrative?
I don't like the fact that they targeting the black niggas first. They trying to get out on them first. Damn. I'm talking about all these Italian mob families. Like, why don't y'all go get them first? Why y'all? You know what I'm saying?
You definitely ain't see nobody. Did y'all see anybody Italian get arrested or anything like that? Or they name?
No, the Rico case.
I think the only rumor that ain't been confirmed, they was talking about getting down on Scott Foster, the rap.
They talking about getting down on Scott Foster. He's still
For years.
It's like,
Scott Foster. He ain't never been put in cuffs.
P, AG, y'all got something y'all want to say?
Yeah, I felt like when I first heard the story, I just felt like we was in the 1950s again.
What
Like
makes you
that's
say
just the I don't know if it's actually the 50s, whatever era that was.
he said
With
when he first heard about it, he felt like he was in the 1950s.
whatever the era was with the mafia era, where that shit was
Oh, he
real
said when the
prominent.
mafia was like running baseball and shit like
I
that.
don't know if that's literally the 50s. I don't know what decade that is
It,
before I was
it's
born.
been
That's what it felt like.
it's every decade technically, bro. Yeah.
Got you. All right, so I'm clearly not brought up to speed.
Right,
Understood.
right.
I don't know. The shit crazy to me. In terms of who they going after first, I feel like they trying to squeeze pressure upwards, one, but for two, trying to get as many easy motherfuckers as they can get, so it could look like they took care of it. Wow, the higher up the food chain you go, they probably not gonna receive no real ramifications for that, and they probably gonna continue to do the same operations just under different
Under
circumstances,
different
different
names.
whatever.
Under different
Yeah.
names. Under different names. Yeah, you 1,000%. Listen, P, you got something you want to say before I want y'all to say y'all points before y'all. Every night. Season FanDuel.
Shit. You get sloppy, you get caught. That's like at
Mhm.
work. We probably not supposed to do something this or that, and now this person know it's always the sloppy person that get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Now with everything, black people gonna be the face of it because we the most less unorganized. So that's the weakest link. We gonna blame them, and like he said, we got some niggas involved. Them niggas on the way up, we never gonna see their face. They just did this with Diddy. He had a whole RICO case, and the only nigga on trial was him. And the best they could give us was domestic violence. So that's what they doing with NBA. Black niggas gonna be the fall guy, and then they can pay
Right
their way
now,
out
what
of the
we dealing
bullshit.
with
And it's the
is
mafia. They've been running sports. So we seen this before. We seen this
We
it's definitely dollar right now.
it's two things that's glaring to me and two things I tell my people all the time. The gambling thing. You always gonna have a motherfucker trying to cheat the game. I always said all this sports betting shit, app shit, was not gonna work. It's not gonna be fair. You're gonna have somebody cheat. At the end of the day, the shit gonna happen. Motherfucker got an opportunity to make a little extra money on the side, help some other people make some money. Motherfuckers gonna scheme and plot how to get richer. You can't the gambling thing. You cannot have gambling. Cannot have this gambling world where they making this big dollar and you sitting there having real sports. It's not gonna work. The niggas that gamble, I like to gamble, but I do it sporadically because at the end of the day, I know it's some cheating shit be going on. I didn't bet on games, and I needed the motherfucker to get this one more rebound. And they put him on the bench with 3 minutes left. I've seen that shit
all our
happen.
conspiracy theories about gambling is coming true because you can't do this.
Exactly why I don't gamble.
Participating. Because I'm starting to see it in the bed. I'm like, hey, why the fuck did they call that call? Because the point difference, all that shit be a part of bets. You can only win by so much. And if we rig the outcome a little bit, we get paid and y'all don't.
You know,
The house always wins.
they all
They all in on it.
To sports.
You can,
they can make Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier the face of that of whatever they trying to, you know what I'm saying, conclude is ridiculous.
how the fuck is ESPN gonna cover sports and have a sports bet book?
Y'all gotta admit though, like Terry Rozier, wow.
Terry was still. He wow. Hey, I meant to send y'all this reel. I forgot, man. They had a reel showing Terry Rozier. Some dude was like, I want to really watch this. Terry Rozier was really cheating, bro. He put it, bro. That man was wild. He didn't even care if nobody saw him, bro.
Sloppy. Always a sloppy nigga that blow it.
Sloppy nigga. But the number two thing I want to touch on is this, y'all. And I want y'all to open your eyes up and see. The NBA, the NFL, everybody uses the black man as a fall guy.
Yep.
Not only with this gambling shit, who was the first people came out and said they was the gay players in both leagues?
Black.
Y'all know? Mm-hmm. 2 black dudes. Out of all this gay shit that went on, excuse me, 2 black dudes had to come out and say, I'm the first black gay player. Openly gay. We took the fall on that.
Niggas was San Antonio Spurs, and the other dude was Miami Dolphins.
Ain't no way on God's green earth you gonna sit and tell me that these is the only people gambling on NBA. These are the only people fixing games. We know it's the other color. And oh yeah, what happened to Ohtani, who in the World Series right now? With his gambling situation, it just got swept under the rug. It's funny how when it come to us, that shit don't never get swept under the rug. Can y'all name a nigga, and we black men, so we can say the word nigga. Can y'all name me a nigga who shit got swept under the rug?
I'm gonna say
Barack Obama.
What Beasley?
That's a go.
Tyler
Perry.
Don't even go there. They not about to prosecute Rozier. If they was, you got a bond, bro. You're not supposed to get bond on you in the face. You got a bond. They trying to send a message for them niggas to stop. They gonna do the same. Them niggas not going to jail. Niggas not going to jail for
okay, well we that's to be determined. But just before we move on, what nigga shit got swept under the rug? Y'all give me a good scenario.
I said Obama.
Obama. what they had Obama on?
I don't know specifically if they had him on something, but he got a shoddy pass, bro. Like Obama got. I'm not the one that's educated enough to like be able to explain it where it makes sense, but go look like in terms of like name changes and shit and where he grew up and where he went to school and all this. It's just Obama a shady character, if you ask me.
I'm just saying this aspect
about black boys needing gay mentors was very serious. I agree with him. Like that just went and left.
What I'm saying is last year Ohtani made, before the season kicked off, it was big news about him and his translator gambling or whatever on his games or whatever. It was a big thing. All on ESPN. He in the World Series. Nobody talking about that.
And was out there translating last night.
And he out there translating last night in the World Series.
It's not English, man.
He speak English, man. He definitely asked the commentator at the end, told his ass, thank you.
Now, what else is getting swept under the rug? If you have an NBA player and an NBA coach a part of a gambling ring, that puts the entire NBA under investigation by default. But they just letting the games go on.
And letting the sports betting go on. They ain't shut down nan service. This shit just still business as usual.
Too much money. Same thing with the pharmaceutical industry. Too much money to shut it down.
Mm-hmm. This is
too
where
much money.
I'll leave that alone for another time. Never mind.
Get the leagues kicked.
Oh, I imagine you betting on our sports, so you definitely getting a kickback on it. I couldn't imagine you could have a legal sport bet and I'm gambling on your sport and your games to that capacity, and y'all don't get nothing. I'm sure that's in a license agreement somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
They represent all of this shit. Like you go to the NBA games, you got FanDuel, DraftKings, all of this. You know what I'm saying? Publicized. This is like a conflict of interest.
That's what I'm saying. How does ESPN? I'm asking y'all to help me understand because I've been asking myself this question. How does ESPN, a broadcasting network that covers sports, how are they going to have a sport betting book? And I'm going to sit there and think, oh, it's no. What would be the word? I can't think of the word. And we just think they're not having nothing to do with each other. They just keep each other separate.
No, bro. No, I don't even think we're at the point in America in 2025 where anybody is trying to act like that's not exactly what the fuck. Like, I think we passed the
You trying to
fucking
have
over
no
the
more.
window for acting like shit ain't what it is. It's like when they first was able to confirm that the WWE was like scripted and wasn't. Like, we passed that point now. Nobody even fucking cares at this point.
So people been saying the NBA is scripted. We've been saying it.
Yeah, for decades, and now, nope. It just is what it is. Nobody cares anymore.
Here
We
we are.
passed acting like it's not.
Here we are.
I
Man,
think that's where we at with everything in the world in America. That's just my perspective.
Organically, the motherfuckers are shifting it around on you.
and it's the consumer get the fucking tail end of the shit, right? Because who losing their money? Who has the gambling addiction? You know what I'm saying? Who do it? Who's saying all this or whatever? The consumer take the L, and we the ones funding it all. So we gotta open our eyes, man. They gotta give us some real games with none of, all this bullshit. I'm sorry, I like the sport betting shit too, but that shit really gotta move around, man. The mob, y'all always been associated with the shit. We can bring up the Michael Jordan situation. Like me and my bro was talking about the shit. I said I think Mike wouldn't take the fall. He was a winner. I'm not taking the fall. You know what I'm saying? I.e. his dad. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. If I'm the mob, right, and the Bulls playing the Knicks, Game 5. Everybody is betting on the Bulls. They got Michael Jordan, right? So Michael and them the favorite. If I can get the unfavorite to win and I bet, or we already know how they doing it. Come on.
Was he was supposed to lose that fight. He was supposed to throw the fight, and he didn't. He violated the.
Now y'all take away from real good game. Y'all take away from real good games and all that. And that's why like rolling to the next conversation. That's kind of like I didn't want nobody to start. They was trying to set up a way to start betting on verses. We don't want them. We don't want to see rigged shit. We want to see good competitive shit.
How can you read verses?
What you mean? We could say somebody won that didn't win.
I just thought the facts were the facts. The records are there. Shit.
See, versus is also, and I'm glad Kirk got what he got on this head. I forgot to put my thing on my head. Pause. We know limit soldiers, Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Versus is not only your hits, but it's also performance based. So it includes a couple things. No Limit stole the show, won the show. Now everybody can say what they want to say. This is my opinion, but majority of people say No Limit won. I personally seen it myself live. No Limit won. I've been telling y'all for years. My bro on the phone, P, Kurt, talk to him every day, AG. Hey, mommy. Talk to him every day, AG. And I tell these guys, for years I've been saying, we talking about who would be a good versus. I said, No Limit, Cash Money, No Limit will win. Everybody was talking about Lil Wayne. But no Lil Wayne. We didn't have Mystical. Still pulled the dub off. See, y'all thought that little stuff that Birdman be talking about, y'all thought that was going to be, see me, I don't need no introduction. All of that. I'm about it.
Can you honestly say, though, that they would have won if Lil Wayne was up?
I'm about it.
No, you can't.
I'm about it.
Still would have lost.
I'm about it. Bro, y'all cannot name y'all. Listen, bro, y'all with this woulda, coulda, wish I, who, if my mama showed up. Listen, Lil Wayne ain't had a classic performance that we can't YouTube. You give me a classic performance from Lil Wayne, and I'll YouTube it right now. We can all give our opinion, please.
A classic performance
From Lil Wayne, yes. No. I didn't say a classic album. Classic performance. AG. P. Kurt.
What, a classic performance?
Yes.
No performance.
Lil Wayne is not a better performer than Juvie.
Nah.
Juvie killed, he was the one holding it down for Cash Money. When he did at the project, bitch, he said she gonna write a note to that dick.
Yeah, that was
move that. Well, he Lil Wayne ain't got that, bro. Lil Wayne ain't a better performer than Silk the Shocker. Y'all can stop it.
Well, and I was like, shit. When I saw Mia X on, I was like, oh, they got it without me.
Lil Wayne is the best rapper out of everybody we talking about, but he ain't the best performer. Mm-hmm. He ain't the best performer. We didn't have Mystical. You talking about some? If Mystical was there, okay, Lil Wayne was there. If Mystical was there, y'all still got Cash Money. What? If Mystical was there and Lil Wayne was there, y'all still got Cash Money. Yeah. See, and y'all said that years ago, and look what happened. Now I get a moment captured on YouTube. I can play when I'm right there in the same room with y'all.
And this what really
and look at your fucking faces and look at your fucking Cash Money fucking faces.
Cash Money ain't had no female artist to perform. Mia X killed them. Killed them.
Birdman, hey, AG, Birdman, come on and talk some. I started this stunning shit. I started this diamond in your teeth. I started tattoos in your face. Did this little song. You know me. I don't need no introduction. Cool. My man, P still that. P was, hey, listen, man. P was a cornerstone in my life. Master P was somebody in my life. I don't know about everybody else. He always been a slick talker, respond back to a nigga. He say, hey, Birdman, you did start that stunning shit. You know what I started?
Bag for real.
I started this. I'm buying it. You
what?
Say you about it.
They didn't even get in their bag fully for Cash Money. That's what was crazy. I was like, they still got hits. They ain't even sung.
I'm not going. Listen, I'm a no limit man. So look, I'm gonna keep it being. When they couldn't get a coin, it was crazy. Niggas got all that money, couldn't flip a coin, couldn't get a quarter. Rich nigga shit. So they couldn't decide who's gonna go first. So Cash Money say, fuck it, we'll go first. They come out with Juvie. I was a little worried. I said, what was they gonna come behind after that? I was worried what No Limit was gonna do. They responded great. Every response, every time Cash Money, they responded. For Cash Money to play Lil Wayne's song and Lil Wayne not be there, and y'all say they got so many hits,
Bling Bling. Yep.
That looks bad.
That did.
They didn't even play Bling Bling. I wonder why.
They did.
That shit ain't really no slapper.
They played it.
No, they didn't.
They played Bling Bling.
No, they didn't. When?
It was like they second or third song.
Okay. I gotta go back. I don't remember being Bling. I remember everybody they did the other BG song.
When they came out with
they did
You Ain't Gotta Say Too Much, I Can Look in Your Eyes. It was I'm like, you got a girl and they got a girl bop. So they had everybody. Cash Money only had niggas our age.
But they ain't have Mystical though, man. Cause if you would have did that that No Limit song that you would did Make Them Say and Mystical was on. What was you? What? I'm that one that when they won't know how to do. Lil Wayne ain't got no verses like that. Fucking Lil man.
Boys at right here. They didn't even hit that. I was like, boy, they spared them. That's how.
Y'all talking about some Lil Wayne. What was the Lil Wayne verse he was going? What was the Lil Wayne verse? He gonna try to do some shit from off the Carter and shit. What was the Lil Wayne verse he was gonna do? That was gonna shut down. Boy, I'm that one that I'm a cold boy. They didn't even do hot boys and hot girls.
They spared them. They belt their ass. They didn't even
spared them. Boy, No Limit spared Cash Money. But we're gonna spare y'all embarrassment. But you know who won? Know who really got it? Calio.
What the fuck?
Third one.
Birdman did at the end. It fucked up the vibe.
Birdman being Birdman, man. Salute the Birdman, man. Y'all finished. Y'all done. He called BG out. He said, BG, you ain't here, you little bitch. First time he was gonna get into a little sentimental speech, and then he got sidetracked. He was like, man, when I started this, I met Blood, and I met Manny, I met Jude, he met BG, he met Wayne, he met Turk, then he met Juvie. Then he's like, when he got on Turk, he's like, yeah, you little bitch, you ain't here. But we gonna handle that bitch when we handle that bitch. Then he kept shooting out NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part when he was like, It's I'm Birdman. I'm with NBA YoungBoy, and whoever ain't with it, get at me.
That's lame as hell. He trying to fucking ride the
Well, this was
motherfucking.
about my fault, AZ. What you say, bro?
I said that's lame as hell. He trying to ride the wave because young boy on a tear out in these streets. He trying to ride the
That's what
wave.
made it mean.
He,
Like celebrate your era.
you bring it up. That was about No Limit Cash Money. That young boy wasn't even around. Why we even talking about this young boy? And I totally disagree with you on the tell. I totally disagree with you on the tell.
For promotion, they gonna get
What you mean? That nigga selling out shows. He one of the only motherfuckers selling out arenas solo right now.
Y'all gonna have this music conversation. I be hearing people constantly get overhyped. Constantly overhyped, right? Cool, yeah. He's winning in one aspect of the game. Same thing I was just telling my homie when we was talking about Chris Brown. Chris Brown tour, he just made like 200 mil, right? Chris Brown tour just made 200 mil, right? But Chris Brown don't have no songs that's making no bread. He don't he didn't have a song out that passed the top 30 in hits this year.
All I'm saying is, for me, it's one of them things where like machines versus like touching the people. When you put butts in seats and you could sell out arenas, to me it don't matter what the
You
rest of
gotta
that
put
shit
an
say. Because
asterisk by
selling
Chris
out arenas
Brown.
mean in multiple cities mean in every city that you got a fucking whole conglomerate of niggas who bang your shit and rock with you and spending their money with you. If you got merch with that, you winning. Fuck them songs. Hey, Tech Nine ain't had a song that charted in a decade. He's still one of the richest rappers, and he touring today. He touring today.
You know why he's still touring today? Because he rely on that money. He don't have the other money. Kendrick Lamar, he ain't got to put. He could sit out for a year. Tech Nine can't do that. The niggas you talking about, they can't sit out for a whole year and not put out nothing. They can't sit out for 5 years like Kendrick Lamar and not put out nothing because they don't have hits.
Or
They gotta keep touring.
Or they taking advantage of the fact that they still young enough to get it in and just running the bag up so that they can be as comfortable as possible.
You halfway winning, bro. You halfway winning. He halfway winning. That's all I'm saying. So it's how when people say he on tell, I say, man, he halfway winning. If he could lock in and have hits that are commercial that are getting played as well, that opens up a whole nother bag. Plus that.
I mean, you're not wrong, but the nigga, any nigga that's selling out stadiums, like, I'm sorry, like that shit not easy.
So let me ask you this question. Let me put y'all on the hot seat. Would you rather be Kendrick Lamar or NBA YoungBoy?
I would rather be Kendrick Lamar, but that's because
P.
I'm an introvert.
Who would you rather be? Kurt?
Kendrick Lamar.
So on you, big bro.
Now, why you gonna compare him to a YN?
We compare. We strictly talking about from a financial gaining aspect.
But hey,
We're not talking about personal.
My
We're
answer,
talking about
my answer to that is not because I necessarily think that Kendrick Lamar is financially better off than YoungBoy. I can't count.
So listen, I'm saying from a financial trying to gain aspect, from you trying to get the say you on a tier, right? They're going at it about two different ways. So we're comparing Kendrick Lamar, who has the radio hits and he has the great tours, versus NBA YoungBoy just having a tour life and no Billboard charting songs. I'm asking you, which path would you rather take when I say Kendrick or NBA YoungBoy? Nothing about their personal lives, nothing about that.
I'm gonna say Kendrick every time, and I'm gonna say this adds to it. Kendrick started in a time where we still bought albums before the machine took over shit. It's always been a machine. But NBA YoungBoy, that's all these new rappers, that's all they got. They gotta come through social media, they gotta tour, and they gotta have beefs. Kendrick came out of a time where we was still buying albums, CDs. The time has changed. They live in two different rap times. Kendrick's still thriving, but he had an earlier start where his shit can appreciate.
We comparison. But then people say, "Oh, well, he on the same level as him." No, you not. Like, and it's cool. People take their different paths to get to the bag. We don't all take the same path.
Boy, not on the tear though,
Look,
bro.
but
Cause
you
look,
saying,
check
but
it
look,
out.
you saying, what? This what I'm saying. You're saying NBA YoungBoy is on a tear because he's selling out shows. Kendrick Lamar sold out shows and had a top charting album.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar was on a fucking absolute tear for decades.
So I'm asking
Fact.
you in that aspect. What shoes would you rather be in that aspect? And that does mean
That I don't see that. I see what you asking me, but that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that Young Boy is on a tear. That just because Kendrick Lamar was on a astronomically more like that's not Kendrick Lamar was on more than a tear. Kendrick Lamar was on Thanos level,
Yeah,
like
that's hard.
I'm
I don't care
eradicating
what path
shit.
you take. That's hard to
That's
follow.
more than a tear. But that don't mean Young Boy not on a tear, bro. Especially in this economy, one for two in this climate in the music industry, niggas not selling out arenas, folks. It's not happening.
Kendrick sell out arenas.
Kendrick
He
is one
sold
of the
out arenas.
biggest Kendrick is one of the biggest artists of the fucking century. Young Boy is not. That makes that more impressive for Young. That's like saying Drake was selling out arenas. Okay, fine. He was one of the largest artists that ever exists ever. Young Boy is a young nigga who not a part of a major label, who then had faced multiple fucking jail sentences, shit that would kill most niggas' career, and a nigga is still selling out shows.
Let's also talk about crossover audience appeal. He not at that level yet. So when he's selling out shows, it's mostly us buying that shit. Versus Drake and Kendrick, they got a different machine. You know Kendrick got a political machine behind him. Democrats love that. It's gonna be all right. You got whole machines behind you that NBA YoungBoy don't. Drake had it too. So when the politics,
Beverly, hella white nigga
Chris Brown, you know
That's why you can't.
So they're never.
That's why I can't say. That's why you say he on a tear. I don't see what y'all saying. All I see is all you saying is majority of the niggas go to this show. Whoop de doo.
I'm saying the niggas on a tear because he's going on a fucking multiple city tour where he's selling out stadiums in multiple cities as a young independent artist. That shit is impressive. He on a tear.
It would be impressive, bro, if he had them same bro. If you got the black people and you had the other people as well, that ain't more impressive.
It is more impressive. It don't make what he doing not impressive.
That's where we disagree. That's why we disagree.
We're gonna have to disagree because even when we talk about impact, hey, Kevin Gates not a bigger artist than nobody we talking about. But if you hanging around me,
you're gonna hear
Kevin Gates.
He got a strong voice. He got a strong voice.
You're not gonna never not hear Kevin Gates if you around me and I'm in control of some music. It's getting played. That nigga go platinum on all my devices every fucking week.
Platinum on my devices.
No, I fuck with Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates he got a strong voice. You can't.
So for me personally, I don't equate yes, all things can be more impressive than other things, but for me, it's more about what you're able to achieve. Period. Because even with Kevin Gates, you say would I rather take Kendrick Lamar's path or YoungBoy's path? I would personally rather be Kevin Gates' path. That nigga could still go out in public. And niggas not swarming him because everybody in the world don't know who he is. Yet he still make a comfortable 6 figures off just doing music every year. He don't sell out arenas. He's too small for that. He can't. You got to stand up at the Kevin Gates shows. Them bitches do be packed though. Nigga definitely running up a bag as an independent artist. To me, that shit beautiful.
Yeah.
Celebrityism is over fucking rated, bro.
Crossover appeal. Chris Brown can never be commercial friendly again because of what happened with Rihanna. So a lot of times, the NBA YoungBoy got time, but in the climate right now with what's going on with Young Thug, he ain't never finna. And people snitching and shit, he gonna be where he at.
I don't think
YoungBoy making the tell like that.
I don't think YoungBoy will ever cross over.
Yeah, that's what make it impressive.
I don't think he'll ever cross over. I think gangster rap is dying,
and that's okay because hip hop.
I think y'all don't see the big picture, and it's exactly why the YNs keep doing YN shit. Y'all don't see the big picture. Y'all really think after this he gonna be able to do the same shows like that again?
No, I just said I don't think he ever crossing over.
No. I don't think. No, but hit me out. I want to ask y'all. I want you to answer a very specific question. After this little run, do you think he will be able to do another one?
Yeah.
Yes, at least for one more album. At least he got at least one more album for sure. Now, do he got more than one more? I don't know. I have to see how the next one turns out. But he got one more.
So AG said he got one more. P, he got another one.
Yeah.
Kurt,
Yeah, definitely.
bro.
We talking about NBA YoungBoy?
Yeah, would he be able to do another? Be able to do another tour like he just did again?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's too
At least
young,
one.
bro. He got a lot of time.
Yeah,
At
stay
least
out of
1
trouble.
year.
He just started to visit. In my eyes, he had to be away for it. Shit.
If he can stay out of trouble, bro, absolutely.
In his
Yeah.
genre of music, it's a void right now. Ain't nobody else to compete with him in that type of style of rapping right now. It's
Because everybody else
everybody
has to
going
do
through some
with the
shit or in
mainstream.
trouble or they quiet. Old heads making music. And they don't make NBA YoungBoys. So as far as YN culture goes, he the only one right now in that lane that's really holding it down. They ain't got nobody else. Everybody in trouble or going through some shit.
No, I definitely disagree. Definitely wrong on that. And so it's four of y'all to one. Playboy Cardi.
That's who you pick.
Nah, you just playing. You just playing.
Boy, you know what Playboy Cardi nickname is?
What?
Mr. Rolling Loud. Who was the headliner of the BET Awards?
He makes street music.
Who was the headliner of the BET Awards? Playboy Cardi.
And that shit was mid. All the old heads got off in the last BT Awards I seen.
I mean, wait, that's your opinion. However you think it. That's you. But I just said who was the. All I'm saying is. All I'm saying. Hold on. No. Hold on. You said it was nobody else. I just named a YN that was the headliner of the BET Awards, and they call him Mr. Rolling Loud because he headlines Rolling Loud. He's a YN. You said it was nobody.
He's selling out stadiums.
Everybody was
I ain't heard him doing shit like
Mr. Rolling Loud. I just named you two things he just did.
okay. He ain't fucking with an NBA YoungBoy, right? He got that lane.
Yeah, it don't sound like he got the same impact, but I don't know too much about neither one of them for real. So
He got it for the youth is the way the motherfuckers got the game in the head.
Man,
shit,
I
I'm trying
definitely
to figure out how to fucking get into the.
disagree with y'all. In order to have a game in the head, like it's certain things you gotta do. So you gotta have certain connections. Y'all all know this. In order to be to be known, you gotta have certain connections.
Playboy Cardi.
He avoiding those connections. And that's not gonna reach success. You can't name somebody that avoided the connections and was successful. The game is the game.
Depends on your definition of success.
I mean, who went against the system so P named Tech Nine, right? Tech Nine. Oh, I'm sorry. AG named Tech Nine. You named Tech Nine. He is a one in a. He is a rarity. He didn't do what everybody else did, sign to an urban label, do all that, blah, 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 right? He went on a different path. It's not a lot of hymns, right?
No, it's not a lot, but it's a decent amount. That's from my assessment successful. What I would determine successful, again, coming at it from the lens of a regular person who and a person who also does music. If you can make after taxes anything over $100,000, and all you do is make music and the things related to making music, so videos, shows, albums, etc., and music is your only thing that you do, and you bring in after taxes more than $100,000 a year, to me, you are phenomenal and absolutely successful. That's my assessment.
I get what you're saying.
Because you're blessed to be able to do that.
I'm counting everything like money, records, visibility to headline the BET Awards. That's no easy feat. You gotta be doing something. You gotta have something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm counting and shit like that. But we could move right along though. I mean, we everybody got their YNs they rock with. Man, where y'all want to go, man?
Where you want to go, man?
I want to talk about this black man productivity thing.
I got my man on every subject. I couldn't wait to say my no limit speech. I couldn't wait to say it's all on my man. Okay, AG said okay. I didn't get to send bro the video, but Ayana Vezan pretty much said that. Let me quote her. She says black men are dehumanized and are only valued based on what they can do. Again, let me read it one more time. Ayana, I hope I say her name right. Ayana Vazan says black men are dehumanized and are only valued based on what they can do. And when I read that, I can't help but just think about the current times we in right now.
I think most men would agree with that. We live it. That's Christmas.
I don't think most men would agree. I definitely disagree with them.
I actually think she's wrong
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Okay.
And I think that the community be better off if to some extent, keyword to some extent, if to some extent she was right. I say that because, and I'm just going off what I've seen in my personal life, not my life itself, but 1 degree of separation from me. Men in general in America, but especially black men, are enabled by women. At least certain men are enabled by women to be literally of no use to society, of no use to the community, of no use to anybody, and can just exist. And like when I say 1 degree of separation, I even mean within my own family. Like, and that's not the minority. I'm not gonna say it's the majority, but it's a much larger rather. I'm
Gotta be one
sorry.
or two though, AG. Gotta be the minority or the majority. Gotta be one of them. Can't be both.
You saying it got to be one or the other, can't be both. But if it's 49% versus 51%, while the 51% is a majority, that minority is not a small enough number for me to classify it as minority. It's too significant of a percentage. And so personally, I think that if you understand how the human race works in general, you understand that as humans, we cannot survive if we are not productive. And we going back to hunters and gatherers, to where we making bonfires, gathering berries, and hunting animals with sticks and shit. You have to be productive to survive, and everybody has to play a part in order for everybody to have the most comfortable version of this thing. Everybody has to participate in order for everybody to have the most comfortable version of being alive. And so some sort of productivity, especially as men, should be not only required but expected. Yes, men in general, black men should be valued for their ability to be productive, because there is no such thing as survival without productivity.
Pops, what's the word?
What's happening, my boy?
Am I off?
You missed the cash money no limit conversation. We'll go back to it, but we on right now. We talking about the Ayana Vazan. This Ayana Vazan quote. Ayana Vazan says black men are dehumanized and are only valued based upon what they can do. And AG was giving his take on that. I'll say it to you one more time. She says that black men are dehumanized and are only valued based on what they can do. AG, he disagrees with her, and he was giving his spiel. P, anybody else want to speak? Kurt, bro.
Yeah, what part he said? You said you disagreed, but the part that I agree with the most about it, because yeah, we are doers. It's in our nature to do that anyway. But the dehumanization part is very accurate with what she said. I agree with that 100%.
Kurt,
I ain't really watch it.
bro,
I
you
ain't
got.
get the chance to watch it.
But how do you feel about the quote though? Do you feel like that black men are dehumanized and based upon on what they could do? Do you agree with that?
No.
Okay, you don't, bro.
That's a broad subject, so I'm kind of pass on it.
Okay,
I agree with what you said.
pops.
I want to know. I want to know why they agree or disagree.
Okay.
Well, I was saying that too large of a percentage of black men are enabled by women to exist without being productive at all. So that's the reason why I disagree.
I agree with the dehumanization part, specifically because the thing we only find shallow value. A lot of the shit that they dehumanize us with, it becomes very shallow. It don't even be priorities. So a woman will say shit like, I need a man to make this much. I need him to be this height, knowing naturally the average height of person, knowing the average income of person, knowing the times that we live in and what we go against. It's dehumanization to put that much on somebody, whether we productive or not. We have a lot of obstacles in our way. You know, the machine, the system itself play the bait and carry. No matter how much your wage go up, mortgage gets higher, taxes get higher. There's always a gap that we always chase all our lives financially. Unless you're rich, you're chasing that gap. I don't care how much money you make a year, you feel that gap. Like, I'm never just where I want to be, because they always put the carrot in front of us. Like, if you do this and you go to this college and you do that, and we have the women who's supposed to be our support system telling us that's nothing. What you're doing is bare minimum. That's dehumanization. Always in courage mode. You're always in, okay, bitch, how about now? All right, bitch. So now I'm chasing the gap to impress you, because in our nature, I don't care who the fuck you on this pod, it's in your nature to try to impress or be a provider for the woman you are interested in, whether you in a serious relationship or you got several hoes. You trying to please the pack, visually, financially, spiritually. You always something, and then what you do have on your plate and how far you made it down your journey, motherfucker telling you, oh, that ain't shit. You're not this far.
That ain't shit.
Make this much, and we're playing to commercialism and propaganda.
You ain't paid this bill.
Like, you're never good enough as a regular nigga. You're not even good enough. You have to be a super nigga. That's the human.
Super man. That's the title of the pod today. Super nigga.
Men pregnant that's younger than them, and they sweep it under the rug. How are you? What does a 39-year-old woman want a baby by a 20-year-old? That question get thrown. That's dehumanization right there.
Let's not vary off too much. Let's not vary off too much. You preaching. Pops,
stop.
I ain't get my take yet. But I want to hear from Pops first.
Okay. Her statement was absolutely correct. The crazy part is we just talking about black men. All men are dehumanized and only valued based on what you can do. That's for all men across the map. Again, it's. I mean, there's nothing else I can add to that. All men, black, white, green, yellow, Asian, whatever you want to call it, we are all dehumanized and we are valued based off what we can do.
Are we dehumanized, or are we just maybe subjugated to a certain role, the same way how we could say that the opposite side of the coin is subjugated to a certain role?
I say we are
dehumanized.
I say we are dehumanized because the way the system is built is not natural. So the way that we got to earn, the way that we have to earn money is not natural. Now, if we was providing for the family as far as hunting, fishing, building shelters and shit like that, that's the natural way. But us going out and trying to, fit into this superficial way of providing, that's the dehumanization part of it. And based on you can't fit the way you fit into this system or the way you earning in this system is the way you're valued.
Now let me say this.
I don't think that's specific to men, but go ahead, Dre.
Let me say this. If I came out and said I didn't marry this female because her throat ain't as deep as this other woman's, majority of people say something wrong with you. But a woman saying, "Oh, I married him because he makes 6 figures and he don't," nobody would bet that.
I think that's a false equivalency. I think
if I told y'all we gas right now, but we was just having a conversation. I was like, yeah, you like, man, why you marry her and not the other girl? I'm like, oh, she suck dick better.
I would tell you you're an idiot. But But guess what? I think that's a false
But
equivalency.
why would you tell me I'm an idiot?
I'm finna tell you, hold on, because that's why I think it's a false equivalency. If a man wants to say, I didn't marry this woman because I want kids and she can't have any, I think that's intelligent. That's more equivalent to making a certain amount of money because there's a service or an expectation of something of importance that needs to be provided that is a one-sided expectation to a certain extent. And because of that, you are allowed to place a value judgment on the person that you're going to be spending your life with based on their ability to provide that value. That's just period. So I don't think that now as a overwhelmingly large portion of women delusional about just how much they can do to get a certain level of man, yes, but I think it would be irresponsible to not value men based on productivity. Again, even if we just go back to the beginning of human time, the things that are required in order for a civilization to exist, borders, infrastructure, service, these things are valuable and necessary and overwhelmingly done by men, and for the longest part of history have been valued. They're valued less today, kind of, but also with that, as a man, if you just stand on your square and demand whatever it is you expect from a woman and never accept anything less, you will still find a woman that's for you regardless of how much money you make.
Let me say this.
But are you
It's a long
productive?
shot. It's a long shot. It's a real long
To
shot.
what he's saying, nobody disagrees. I don't think anybody on the panel disagrees. It's in our nature to do what you're saying. This is an interdependent society, so we know we're supposed to be productive.
Why is it a dehumanization?
But when we say men built the world, look at us. When we say men built the world, they get offended.
It's
So you dehumanize. So you dehumanizing our value, what we bring to the table. We're dehumanized, and we're reduced to a dollar amount.
Wait, so
Reduced to a
men
dollar
did,
amount.
who's getting offended?
Listen, I'm a 50-50 guy, right?
Who's getting offended when you say men built the world?
Women, even some men, but women for sure, even some men, right?
Is that the majority? Is that a large percentage? Like, if you had to guess, like, this don't gotta be
It's
no
definitely
facts.
enjoy. If I definitely like now, AG, you know, like I do this podcast shit, man. Always some urban American podcast. I'm a heavy test study guy. So I walked up to women that I know and just, hey, you know, men built, you know what I'm saying? I'll throw it in there in the conversation somewhere. They know I do the podcast stuff. So I ask women, you know, men built the world, right? You know what I mean? They can't stand it.
You don't think there's any chance it's maybe a selection effect bias where you happen to be finding the same types of women around you that feel that way?
What I'm saying is, if I ask 20 women, 3 gonna see where I'm coming from. If I tell 20 women men built the world, 3 not gonna argue back.
Let me say this, because I
Okay,
don't feel
I probably would agree.
the dollar amount is not the dehumanization part. The dehumanization part is the inconsiderate. Now, and it's also one-sided when we hear how
I disagree with you. It is a dollar amount. I disagree with you there. It is a dollar amount because these women change up how they act depending on how much money a nigga make. Chris Brown, for example, he got a video of bitches chasing him. What they really chasing?
Well, I don't know about in his current age, but for a long time, no homo, Chris Brown has been a conventionally attractive man. So I'd be willing to argue that it's a combination of both money and.
I definitely know it's a combination, but it's a lot of attractive niggas out here.
I'm not.
We don't see attractive niggas. We don't see attractive UPS drivers got bitches running behind them like that. So no, you can't. Your argument ain't gonna be.
Shit. I know one in real life that's
Show
cleaning up.
me a video with 30 bitches running behind him.
He not famous, bro. That's just fame.
Bro, if a nigga had, bro, I don't. You won't
If
have
he
to.
was broke, they would still chase him.
AZ, think about this. AZ, think about this. You would think, right? If a nigga had, you wouldn't have to be famous if you had 30 bitches running behind you. You're gonna, if we see a nigga with 30 bitches running behind, we gonna wonder who the fuck is that nigga.
Bro, Jeff Bezos don't got 30 bitches chasing behind him, and he way richer than Chris Brown,
No, so
bro.
I say that's why we say that it's a combination, no doubt. It's the combination. But at the end of the day, he has the dollar amount.
For sure. You never gonna hear me deny the fact that money matters. That's a fact. How much of it
Okay.
matters
So
and
if you
how
have a
where it
dollar,
matters.
so AG, so what I'm saying to you, if I have 50 million in the bank, shorty fucking tonight.
Bro, if you got 50,000 in the bank, shorty fucking a night. I don't know what you
Maybe not.
Let
Maybe
me say this.
well,
Since y'all
50,000. It
talking about
depends on the woman.
this shit.
Now we talking about the level of woman now. Now we talking about if okay.
I'm talking about baddies, bro. You on my Facebook? You seen my wife? I'm talking about women that turn
Yo, my
heads.
boy. It's some chicks that don't know that this nigga 1,000. They call people thousandaires, bro.
Bro.
It's
So
levels.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about attractive women that turn heads everywhere they
You're
go.
not clapping Rihanna with 50,000 in your bank.
That's because Rihanna's rich.
Okay, but I'm saying it's baddies out here that 50,000 ain't enough.
It's baddies out here where it is enough.
Am I lying, bro?
No.
It's baddies out here where it is enough is all I'm saying.
50,000 is enough. It depends on the nigga. Bitches like to say that to intimidate us. There's some niggas who don't make none of that. You gotta pay 50,000 because you want to be seen in public with her. But I'm cracking and I'm different.
Thank you.
That's always gonna be a thing.
Those cases happen. Those are y'all talking about.
That's the majority, bro. I'm telling you.
Ain't making 50,000.
Bro, if you got enough money, bro,
nigga.
look, listen, hear me clearly, bro. If you got enough money, right, where a woman doesn't have to try to get a really good job in order to help support it, she could just work at like PetSmart or something, and you got enough to still make sure she alive and comfortable, bro, it don't fucking matter, bro. It don't matter outside of some other characteristics. It's all type of other characteristics, but at the end of the day, I don't see it, again, back to the question, as being dehumanizing just because, again, as humans, we only can survive by doing this equation one way.
Like I said, bro, you dehumanize because the dollar amount, right? Depending on
So
how
I
much
wouldn't
a nigga make,
dehumanize?
but depending on how much a nigga make, you gonna give him certain treatment, right? Then you get down to the point of you don't even care about the person. That's where the dehumanizing comes in. You don't even care. It's not even about my personality, how I think, or the things I enjoy doing, being the same as yours. It's about how much money I got. That's dehumanizing.
My wife was fucking on me when I was broke.
No, I'm not saying no, but those are the rare cases.
I want to give another reason. Y'all talking about the shallow shit. The dehumanization part comes in when you attack masculinity. And every man, especially if you're an American man, no matter what color you is, they always got, and only women, this is what I'm saying, it's one-sided. We do not fucking go on pods and say we don't need women. We'll talk about and critique the state of mind of women and the delusion. We do not say shit like that because we know we're needed, but they will say that. That's dehumanization, period. I watched the clip. I watched the clip of Megan Thee Stallion, and I seen Keisha Cole do the same thing. She said, "We want you, but we don't need you." How insulting! That's insulting to the audience, knowing that the niggas that's there in the audience pay for their bitch ticket. 80% of them did. Pay for their bitch ticket to be there, and you get up there and tell a paying customer you're not needed. I would have asked for my fucking money back. Then these hoes, and they got into security. What are they security detail? Men. So you just insulted your own security. But the masculinity part is the dehumanization. If you don't do this, you're sassy. This is the.
But that's why I like what Pop said though, because that's not about black men. That's about men in general. That's about the social contract between men and women in society at large. And that's why in all the developed nations we seeing birth rate declines, because women in general, due to men building the world and making it as safe of a place as it is, women in general are subscribing to the propaganda that they don't need us. I'm not gonna say it's a small number. It's definitely not. But I'm not gonna say it's all because it's definitely not. Like even with the field theory about asking women, like, do you understand that men built the world? He asked 10 women, and 3 of them agree with it and aren't offended. I asked 10 women, and only 2 of them are offended. But selection effect bias is the women that I'm finding myself
what's
talking
the type
to.
of women? So what's the type of women to ask that's gonna agree with us?
Oh, women that aren't idiots is what I would say. Women that could fucking look at some shit and deduce something with some type of logic and reason and not be biased about it.
I'm a
They don't.
gambling
They,
man.
they don't operate. They don't operate based off logic, bro.
I'm a gambling
They,
man.
they
I'm a
operate based off emotion. So if you can find a woman that can think logically, that would probably be unnatural.
Um, as long as so they don't have to be as logical as men. They just have to be logical enough to be able to pay attention to somebody logical and not fight them about it. That's the thing. My wife is as emotional as any woman, but she at least understands that she's a woman and that I'm a man. And so if I break down some logic and some reasoning, she's not gonna sit there and fight with me about it based on her feelings. She's gonna analyze what I'm telling her and be like, okay, I didn't think about that.
the
Or
whole
that's not something I knew about.
the whole idea that most women follow that a man should pay all the bills and that right there is dehumanizing. You want somebody to pay your way, a grown person, able body. You want somebody to have to go to work every day, do whatever it takes, work overtime, etc., so you can have a free ride. That is dehumanizing.
It's dehumanizing if the expectation is to have a free ride.
That's like if you when you put the mentality on it right. You think about a slave, right? Slaves built this country and couldn't enjoy it. Could you imagine? That's the same thing. If I pay I can't never enjoy my money because I gotta make sure you straight. Because you had this ideology that somebody's supposed to pay your way.
And then let's add to this part. I'm paying for
That
everything.
thinking is part of what's fucking up the black community.
Slavery's passed down. A lot of shit, racism been passed down. Homosexual been passed. Homosexual. No, not my granddaddy. Not my granddaddy. Not mine.
Now,
I think you conflating 2 things here that aren't necessarily the same thing.
Dehumanization. Same.
I think you conflating 2 things that's not necessarily the same thing, bro. Because when we start talking about, you say a free ride, right? I agree with you that if a woman is just looking for a free ride, because I've seen this again, 1 degree of separation. This is in my personal life, so I've seen it. Not my life exactly, but I've seen it up close. That yes, that is dehumanizing, and I have seen men be dehumanized when a woman is looking to lay around and be of no use and no value while getting all her bills paid. But that's not all women.
I'm not
Like,
saying, I'm saying that concept. All I'm saying is that concept, that concept right there is dehumanizing. That's kind of what she's touching on.
I also want to. That's why
I'm not saying it's all women. I'm just saying that mentality. I'm not putting a number on the women that
mentality dehumanizes because they run these narratives. Everybody, granddad was like Mister from The Color Purple. Oh, my grandmother stayed. Why he paid all the bills because he had a family across town. They all run with this narrative. Like, your grandfather alive right now. Go tell him. Ask him. We never hear, like, everybody can't have that story. But that is one of the main narratives they run with when they
run with it. Because everybody granddaddy paid for everything.
Also, let me say this.
I guess my disconnect is giving a fuck about what clearly uninformed women think.
That's fair. But they have the influence.
That might be the disconnect.
They have the.
I don't think they realize.
They got influence over what? My life has not been influenced by none of that dumbass feminist propaganda.
Each other
at all. They ain't got no control over what the fuck I got.
You caught a blessing. You caught a blessing.
I don't think I caught a blessing. I think I was.
No. We ain't talking about thinking. You caught a factual blessing.
What I'm telling you,
I have been in several relationships where another woman was able to influence the woman I'm with feminist ideas. Want to hear a story? I can give you plenty of scenarios. If you didn't deal with that, which we believe,
No, I'm not saying I've never dealt with it. What I'm saying is it didn't affect my life. It's like, okay, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's not supposed to affect you. It's for the women. The influence. They not trying to influence you. They trying to influence the women. You just happen to.
No, they'll try to influence you. They'll try to influence you too.
Yeah.
They'll try to influence.
They hold the major influence on you.
They'll try to influence you. They try to influence you that certain things is cool. You know.
Yeah, let's be for real.
Somebody else.
Most of these women that want their bills paid, it ain't for good reasons. Bitch on a goddamn surgery. That new booty she bought, she's still making payments on it. And she owe Fannie Mae. Because they all go to college.
Is this like a common thing, or are these like small examples? Because I done never heard of that shit ever. Is this really a thing that's going on like across the greater society?
They definitely owe Fannie Mae.
Black women love money so much. They don't know shit about stocks, bonds, IRAs. They can't even teach a man that's broke how to be the nigga that he want to be. They can have no financial illiteracy. They love money.
That's not their job, though. That's not their job.
You got women. You got
shit, and I'm paying all the bills. Why can't you become financially literate? Since you love money so much,
you got women.
How to get a nigga rich?
AG, you got women. AG, you got women.
They got consumer mindsets. This shit is about consumerism. It's not about I'm living comfortably and I'm playing my role in feminism. They don't even want that. We advocate for women to stay home. They don't. They'll say today I want to be taken care of. Tomorrow they want to be Aisha Curry. You can't defend this shit. Today
you can't.
I'm not trying to.
And they want the child.
They call me a misogynist on the internet.
This marriage has become a heist. Relationships are heist for women.
On the internet, I'm called a misogynist. So trust me, you're not gonna hear me defending what you're talking about. I'm just confused as to how much relevancy it actually has if men decide to do what they're supposed to do together as men and handle all the business that they're supposed to handle as men. What do I mean when I say that? So now we talk about like the 50-50 thing. I'm a man. So I'm making sure that I can pay all my own bills in terms of where I'm living and my lifestyle, because I can't be dependent upon no man, woman, or entity. That's that's the thing number one on the checklist. Once that thing on the checklist is covered and I'm not dependent upon nobody besides myself to live whatever lifestyle I have, however small or extravagant, regardless, once I get to that point, all negotiation power is on my side. I don't give a fuck about what you think as a woman. It's irrelevant. I don't care. That's not what you're going to think what I think, or you're not going to be here. Cause that's not, I'm building something. And so I'm filtering out. So here's the thing. When we talk about dealing with women, I think if you can dissociate yourself from the need to fucking get boxed all the fucking time, it's easier to fucking parse out who are the women that are wasting your time, who are going to be trying to take advantage of getting all the bills paid so they can pay off their BBL.
Facts.
That's a good argument right there. I disagree.
I don't give a fuck enough about no bitches. That pussy don't control me. So when I was single, I'm just single, and I'm not finna bend, break, or fold just to crack. Fuck you and that horse you came in on. This is my world. It's a man's world. We built it. We maintain it. Period.
How long you been married, bro?
I only been married for a few months, but I was dating this woman on and off for about 5 years. And here's the real secret. I've known her since I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
That's the secret. I think most men and women.
You like my bro. You like my bro.
I think most men and women pass up on the person they're supposed to be with because they decide they want to go out in the world and explore too much. And I'm not even saying that I'm not partially guilty. If I would have known better, I'd have married my wife years ago.
1,000%. But you like my bro. My bro been with his girl. My bro been with his girl for a long time. But for the men that wasn't as lucky as you to be with a childhood sweetheart, that's what we have to deal with.
But she wasn't really a childhood sweetheart,
and these problems,
like,
and these problems. I get what you're saying. That's cool, but you still got a good knowledge of each other, a good rapport.
Facts.
We out here with women that you just meet one day. I just met her one day, and now I'm getting to know her. Everybody don't expose their whole hand from day one. So later on, you might find out that she got this bill And she's not gonna come out and say, "Hey, I got this bill. I'm behind." She's not gonna be a real person. Like, I need some help. She gonna, you ain't doing enough. Try to dehumanize you and make it seem like you not bringing enough to the table as men, while she's behind or negligent on her shit. This is a reality of men. This happens.
She got to go, brother.
And I get. Let me say this.
Bitches is like the bus. Bitches is like the bus. One gone.
Listen, hold on.
No, bro. You can't tell me you filtering them out like that, because that's practically every woman on the planet. You can't never do enough. You can't never. I don't give a fuck what you do. It ain't never enough for a bitch. Not nan one on planet Earth. I have never ran into one. And trust me, bro, I had to. I felt real good about what you just said. I didn't learn what you said till probably about 5-6 years ago. That, hey man, why are you letting your sexual urges control your life? Once I stopped and realized that, man, I'm waiting because these bitches is driving me crazy, bro. Like, just dealing with retarded bitches, I'm always lashing out. Sat back and just start getting rid of their ass. Like, man, I ain't dealing with no retarded hoes. Bitch, you retarded, give a fuck how good your pussy is. I run this shit. And my life changed. My life changed. I don't even, bro, I remember I couldn't go 2-3 days. I can go 3-4 months now and be decent.
So you were celibate for a minute? Abstinent?
Hell yeah, bro.
It's a strong brother.
I'm making my business to practice semen retention. Why the fuck am I just giving my life seed to anybody? I start valuing my life force. Bitch, you don't deserve this good dick. You don't deserve me to bust on you. You don't deserve. No, I'm gonna put the shit where it belongs.
I think that's one way. I think that's one way that you could deal with it.
Man,
it's not the only way. A lot of shit, for me as a man, I just take shit for what it is.
Now, I want to say this,
right? So I was still able to reach success and still able to have my fun at the same time because I compartmentalized it. I think y'all didn't do that. Y'all just shut it down completely. You can, that's fun is fun. When it's time to get money, it's time to get money. It's time to have fun, got some fun.
It's a turn off. It's a turn off not to me, bro, to stick my dick in a dumb bitch that I can't converse with, bro.
I mean, listen. Sometimes you worry about like turn off. That to me, turn off belong to a real intimate person. If I'm just trying to get my nut, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all talking about just stepping back from fucking bitches.
What I'm talking about the thing that allows you to not bend, break, or fold on your principles and your standards as a man. When
but see, then you have men that never bend, break, or fold for some sex. Like I never compromise myself for no sex. I never bend or break for no sex. Period. You know what I'm saying? I have it when it's right for me. All saying cut off. Period.
I didn't say cut it off. I said stop letting it control me.
Well,
I achieved that the same way he did. I achieved it the same way he did. I did semen retention. I think I went 8 or 9 months without nothing at all. And once I was done with that,
that's cut off.
I did cut off.
I'm saying that is how I achieved. That's how I achieved it. But you don't have to do it that long. I did it that long because I like difficulty. So when I find a challenge, that I get into that.
Y'all like challenges? Okay. I like challenges.
For the actual goal itself is just about cutting that off. Now you sound like maybe you've never had that, so it's different. Different people need different things. I'll be honest with you. I was a lame nigga growing up, so I didn't have a lot of access to pussy until I got to college. So when I got access, I was all into it. You couldn't tell me shit. I was like a fucking horny dog that just got let out the cage.
Case by case. See, I never been there. I never listen. I was listen. I've been a working man and I've been a hustler. At the end of the day, when it's time to go get that money, I'm not missing no money for no vagina, whether I'm working or hustling. So that alone, that's your discipline alone. right?
It's not no discipline alone, because are you
No,
gonna
no,
spend
yes it
money?
is. A lot of niggas
Are
can't
you
get
gonna
out the pussy.
spend money you earn?
A lot of
Are you
niggas,
gonna spend money you earn to keep the peace with
a
the
lot of
in-house vagina
niggas,
that you secured?
AG, a lot of niggas can't go get the money because they can't get out the pussy.
You go.
It's a lot of niggas that can't build
You
more
can't get
money
up
because
at
they
4
can't
a.m.
stop spending on the
I gotta
pussy.
be at work. I gotta be at work at 6 a.m. I get up at 5 in the morning. A lot of niggas is not gonna get it because they too busy in some pussy. To have a discipline, so already for to have a mindset to get up, I gotta go get up,
No,
go to work.
I was always
Are
been
these
able
the
to do
same?
both.
Are these the same niggas that are dehumanized? Are these the same
No,
niggas
they
that's
ain't they ain't making enough to be dehumanized. I mean, no, take that back. I'm sorry. Yes, they is because they still gotta live up to the standard that the dehumanizers are giving. So
how if they getting pussy and they can't get to work at 6 in the morning? It's not adding up.
what happens? So what
Something
happens to the
don't
guy?
add up.
Okay, hold on. So AG, what happens to the guy that can't get up? That's too busy getting the pussy and not the money. What happens to him? Does she stay with
Well,
him? Does she stay with him?
does she? Sometimes yes,
No.
sometimes no.
Majority of time, we're gonna say majority. We're going majority or minority. Majority of times, no. She's leaving him.
I know some broke ass
I'm
niggas
too
that
busy in
ain't.
my face, not getting the bag. I'm gone.
I know some broke ass niggas that ain't got no shortage of opportunity for pussy,
Yes, they do.
they've been visually, and provably broke for a decade.
You know why? Because the woman they dealing with ain't elevated to that type of nigga. But the moment she elevates to that type of nigga,
I mean, but that's a fact.
that's doing more, it's over.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. They getting that little percentage of them. But once a nigga come along and come take out the country or something else, oh nigga, you
Yeah. What
Back to your
what money
statement
bag
when
young
he
people
said,
say? I'm just making it harder for the next nigga to love you.
you
Yeah,
feel you feel me? You feel me?
for sure.
But yeah, no man. It's dehumanizing, man. Like I said, because of in my opinion, because of the whole thing with the pay all the bills and all that. Like me, and we can move on after this. I just can't understand the concept of a person, right? Want to sit back and want one person to take care of everything. I'm sorry. The teamwork to me, the concept of teamwork. Well, first off, we'll have more if you break it down mathematically.
married couples financially are the richest people commonly. And you date for marriage. What is a wife? A helpmeet. But I'm here paying. Fine, I got my shit covered. I could take care of all of that. But then you gotta add
He
in,
can help in ways that
they
ain't
want
paying
me.
the
I
bills.
want you to pay for my nails. This shit is not a priority. It don't keep a roof
Oh
over your
no,
head. Weave, them
that's
Louis
cool.
Vuittons, all that consumerism shit plays a big part in that conversation. When you got women saying,
Oh yeah,
I'll dismiss 50-50 and do it all by myself, that's idiotic. But you have a propaganda, you have a machine. That's the dehumanization part. Every man goes through the dehumanization, but black women publicly go and make publicity stunts emasculating us. The shit that woman did to Gucci Man. Barack Obama ain't even fucking safe from it. Aisha.
Hey, Pete. What's the little chick just said something now about a dude saying a dude complaining about something? What the little chick just said about a dude complaining about something? That's dehumanizing.
Yeah.
We can't complain about
Let's
nothing.
just talk.
We can't
Let's
get
leave
ice
that the
cream.
relationship part alone. Let's just talk about parenting. Father court, the courts, dehumanization is fuck. And it's and that's every man, no matter what color
Damn,
race you
Pete.
is. They dehumanize
Pete pot of the month
us
right
in them
now.
courts.
Pot of the month. Pete pot of the month right now, man. Pops, I'm giving $100 away to the pot of the month, man. AG and P been going back and forth, man. Pause.
They dehumanizing the children because the children don't even have a fucking say so in visitation. At some point, at some age, they should be able to, because they can change their fucking gender and their sex, but they can't have a say so about when they can see their damn dad. But the mother,
if you can't pay
their sons unconditionally,
pay your kid, if you can't pay your kid's mother a certain dollar amount, you won't have a license or be able to go out the country.
We seen a girl. What was that girl telling Jalen, the basketball player, your son only got $11,000 in his bank account, and the little baby can't even walk. She made that sound like that was a bad thing. And that's a nigga covering all his tracks, and he's paying child support. That's that humanization.
People got 11,000 in the baby's account.
She made that seem like that was a bad thing. I understand as a man we can ignore it, but you cannot ignore the influence and the propaganda it plays. It discourages fucking marriage. And the marriage is the fucking foundation of community. All this
that shit reach
you can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it. It reaches into relationships. It reaches into relationships. I'm here to tell you. That shit reaches into relationships.
You can just go. But men waste a lot of resources going through women that do that. And then if you marry them and they change up, or they have a baby by you and they change up, cool, you can stick by your principles and standards, but how much did it cost you? Men,
and black men,
dealing with these
and black men, and Pete, black men. This whole I'm gonna ignore some shit, don't speak on this shit. We gotta stop this shit. We ignored the Mexicans, we ignored all these people and all this shit, and this shit we look where it got us.
I hope y'all don't hear me saying I'm ignoring it like I'm just gonna cover my eyes and act like it don't exist. No, I'm saying I don't think it's as powerful as a thing as we give it credit for being. I think if men at large could come together, like become team members again, and actually put together real infrastructure, business, actual jobs, being able to feed several families, all because we together as men, and now we can do our own version of what they call nepotism and shit like that. That together we can fight against that shit. It's already happening. If you, I don't know what things y'all consume in terms of content, but women in mass across the fucking United States, white, black, otherwise, are all crying about their fucking broke, about life is hard, about they didn't sign up for this shit because the economic cycle is getting to the part where all of the free money is drying up because most people don't understand that booming economies are 2/3 credit, 1/3 hard actual cash. So when we get to the part of the economic cycle where them 2/3 credit is like, we can't really go off that right now. It gets real outside. If men who